So basically, I never cared about this world whatsoever at all because I was lied to from day one. Uh, I was really, really hurt in my early 20s. And then, I understood why, I was basically brainless when I didn't have a childhood, being so protective of myself. I naturally withdrew, like my oldest son did when he was harmed. That's the first. When you go through trauma, you withdraw. And so a normal, happy person is observant, and then some people aren't ever, I mean, I don't know, the recent documentary of Jeffrey Dahmer is like insane like, what was that? Just an evil entity, just Satan himself, just doing unspeakable things and just talking about it like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, killed, dismembered the body, ate, like unreal. And nothing bad happened to him to do that. And, why the hell Hitler did what Hitler did. He wasn't like tortured like he tortured others. Whatever. So, I just wanted emotional support. I just wanted someone to be involved and care about me. And my so-called friend did, but yeah, she harmed me very much and was not a friend, definitely half the time. So, she wasn't always there for me. Well, definitely over half the time she was not there for me. So, in my life, I lacked emotional support from anyone. I had it myself. So that's where people don't love themselves, but then to never get any emotional support. I mean, you think there'd be a church that would honestly help out a vulnerable victim for, I'm talking about years and years, not just try to make it to my church. What the hell is that? I have nothing. Everything was stolen from me. I didn't do anything wrong except tell the truth, and you never ever tell the truth. Victims can never ever tell the truth. Number one, a victim can't. Because the abuser won't allow it, and the abuser's in control, and the abuser has the resources. The victim never has any money. And that's not a curse, it's just a fact. Facts are facts. There's so much wrong. I never knew Nestle was that bad. Oh my god. So, the third world countries, the kids are gonna die anyway, but for them to give, baby formula, oh my god. To the third world countries, I mean, they had it bad enough. I don't even know how the hell they survived anyway, but then they killed them off that way. Oh my god. Just a really, really awful world where there's way too many an appropriate word to say. There's no love. Love really gets involved. Love really cares. Love really goes out of its way. Love, would never boast or brag. Love, cares. Love gives. God knows, like, that barely ever happened. I mean, it's really nice. A lady buys me tea. That was great. That's just, I don't understand people. I mean, that's just, like, once a blue moon. I didn't do anything wrong. And vulnerable victims, I mean, the saddest thing to say, and no, do not do, is for them to kill themselves, a vulnerable victim. They have nothing. And they're targeted, and then look at my life. No one helped me out with my dead husband, but you couldn't get close to him. True. But, I mean, in all reality, like, yeah, a group of people, like a church group, could get together and try to help out. But there's just too much evil. There's not, no concern. There's just so much wrong, and nobody gets involved, and that's number one with loving. That I can honestly say. Really never happened with me, except for, like, my first best friend and boyfriend, and no one in my family even came anywhere, like, no support at all. And then just stealing from me. And I'm really, really disgusted. It's just wrong. My whole life is ruined because of them, and ruined because of insane abusers that had nothing to do with my certain family members, but they're just, there's just way too many insane abusers out there that don't care at all about, I mean, if you really cared, you really would help out the person to do what they told you to do. And my lying so-called friend from the get-go knew I needed a place with my children when I met them in 1999. Did nothing. And then to find out that you helped out somebody else, and I got nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, well, I gave you what you had. Well, how do you have everything else for whatever? You had a whole bunch for somebody else, but, and that really proves that he hated himself, and he hates himself. But just proves it. Like, you don't do anything for yourself. I go and I do that for that. And I don't have anything myself. Well, that means you don't love yourself. Period. And who does love themselves? That's the first step. So, like, who cares? This world's so fucked up. There's too much wrong. Everything's so fucked up. But God knows there was barely any help for the homeless. And there is none. I mean, real help. I'm talking about real help. There is none. There is no real help. Sad. There's, it'd be nice to get involved and help genuinely authentically help people out. No one, I'd like to know. Anyone, any organization, anyone that truly helps anyone out, they don't. Wow. This world's just so fucked up that there is no help. You know, I mean, there's so many victims, and it's like, I always thought a church is supposed to, like, you know, help out victims, right? Help out the orphans. Help out the widows and the orphans. Never happens. I said it accurately about my, dead husband with his first girlfriend. He made her a widow. I mean, because he left her. Okay, I have to say that, right? He left her with a child. Okay? So he made her a widow, and she had an orphan. Not a bastard, an orphan. He did that. A church should have came in. Oh, just leave that awful pig alone. He's just a man whore, a pig. Just leave that alone. And then just go and, you know, help out his poor, vulnerable, victimized girlfriend. Because that's a lot for an 18-year-old. She, apparently, that was probably the love of her life. It's the only guy she was ever with, so, and look what he did with her. You know, it's awful. But he got to do whatever he wanted in his life. He had really good jobs and a whole bunch of hot rods, and he did whatever he wanted. Like all the insane abuse